Hello, friends and lovers. Welcome back to Hades. Today, we're going to be taking out the aspect of Rama for the bow. If you don't know the aspect of Rama, this is going to be sort of a look over as to how aspect of Rama works, why it's so strong, because it is a very strong aspect, and hopefully we can have a decent run for it overall here. So, what happens with the aspect of Rama? So, it's a much slower attacking bow, but it hits a lot harder. It also has, these keywords that are kind of confusing at first glance, I think. So basically, when you hit an enemy with your special with the aspect of Rama, they will take an additional 60% damage from your next attacks for the next 7 seconds. And this can be spread across several enemies. You'll see it throughout the run, but Skelly is now marked with shared suffering. So now when I hit Skelly with an attack, you can see an additional number along with the attack that is kind of like a fun greenish color. So you can mark all the enemies in a room and hit just one enemy with a juicy attack, and then all the enemies will take 60% of that attack, essentially. So it does include the enemy that you are attacking. They will take essentially 60% more damage. So that's a lot, right? That is a lot. It is not a small number. Aspect Rama is known for being quite strong. So we're going to put on Artemis's keepsake. Probably just going to want a nice, juicy attack. Hopefully we'll get some big crits and stuff like that. We'll kind of see what happens. Here's the mirror setup. Nothing too fancy here. I think you do want to backstab with this, of course. You might accidentally hit enemies with these, damage enemies with the special, which would ruin fiery presence anyway. It kind of depends on your pack setup, because I'm going to show you there's kind of some free heat here, and it's one of the reasons why Aspect of Rama does pretty well at, say, 32 heat. Damage control is kind of easy to work around here in this instance, because you're going to want to use the special, and it does fire multiple arrows. I don't even know how many it is, actually. 3? I think it's 3. And they bounce off the enemies and can potentially hit more. It just is a, free heat with this, very simply. Also, in the average one, you'd probably want to throw something decent on the special, like Zeus or Dionysus, or maybe even Ares for the Doom. It's a good combination. I've had many videos where we just do a one-button spam build. You just hold down the special and it works actually surprisingly well, I gotta say. Anyway, let's hop into it. So, like with most aspects, especially aspects that are oriented around getting a lot of attack damage, the hammer is going to be the most important thing. We're going to have to see what happens. Oh. Interesting. No attack boon. But we did get an epic dash boon here from Artemis. Your dash strike deals more damage. So dash strikes with the bow and or Rama in general are pretty much what you're going to be doing if you're going to be attacking. It should be what you're doing, which basically means you're just charging an attack at the end of your dash. So we'll go for it. So what's the difference between a dash strike and a regular strike or regular attack? That's an attack. I know you can't see Zag. That's a dash attack, basically. So you kind of got to roll your thumb if you're playing with a controller into the attack button after you dash. And you can get used to it. Don't worry. You can get used to it. Trust me. Oh, good. We got chaos. You can make it happen. All right. You don't want to bother charging up big, full, chunky attacks here. For small enemies, especially while you're still in Tartarus like this. So Chaos is nice here. Oh my god. So Chaos is nice, like I was saying, because these two boons, these two buffs from Chaos basically do the same thing as long as you are dash striking, as long as, you can get it going. But that is a lot of damage. To think about how useful a Chaos boon like this is, just picture it as an extra Artemis boon that says 89%, and now you basically got 2 of them, right? That is what it does. Yeah, we want this hammer. That Zeus is a little tempting just to throw in the special, especially when we have damage control on the enemies. I think we will be seeking that in the long run, but I don't know if we have to rush for it. If we want, even chunkier attacks, you could go for, Aphrodite's special. And, of course, you're going to need Artemis's attack. Ooh. These aren't amazing. This is, one of the worst hammers in the game. Creates a blast wave around you. It doesn't hurt enemies. It just knocks enemies away from you. I've tried to make this work on a run. I don't think it ever wound up on YouTube just because it's so nothing, you know what I mean? Point Blank is okay. Relentless Volley doesn't really suit what we're trying to do here today. Okay, there is Afro. Do I have Underworld Customs on? I do. Okay. Yeah, maybe we could go for chonkin attacks. I would need to luck into getting Artemis's attack still. So the hammers that we really wanted there were twin shot and or triple shot, basically. Those hammers with pretty much any bow aspect are amazing. Multiple hits is just very, very useful. And I mean, like, think about it, twin shot literally doubles your damage. Nothing else is quite as good. I guess we'll kind of go for this. We can't get Heart Rend if we only have Artemis's Dash, which is how it should be, because we can't currently crit, right? So we might end up selling this special. We'll see what happens after Tartarus is over, though, right? I don't know if I'd call this a safe aspect if you're trying to... Well, hold on. A safe way to play this aspect if you're trying to beat 32 heat for the first time. Honestly, the safer way to play this aspect is probably just to spam the special button. Whoa! Ho-ho! Oh my god, they all lined up. So getting a power attack with Rama is... It's challenging. And I still struggle with it sometimes. Oh. Kind of tempting, but I'm gonna say no. We'll take Hydraulic Might. It's okay. It's pretty long. And so it's harder to get the timing down for this aspect unless you just keep playing it over and over and over again, right? Whereas all three of the other bows have the same timing. Rama's got its own special timing. It's just difficult. And then if you tack on Explosive Shot, don't even get me started. Good luck trying to get that power shot off. No. That's the mid shop, as we call it. Okay. Wouldn't mind palming the dash strike. Ooh. Well, probably... I don't know how big we should go. Ugh. The Chaos boon is in effect. I think I'll just take that. It's fine. So we're getting the extra dash strike damage, but we do not currently have any... Don't have a regular attack boon. So basically we can have... once we do have an attack boon, it'll be like 3 separate... attack boons on one thing. And so that's what makes it so strong. Now, Artemis's dash is quite powerful in that sense, but you are turning down some utility from something like Athena's dash when doing that. I'll take the money here, we'll be fine. I did turn down Poseidon's attack, you might have noticed, and you might think like, oh, just take it, it's an attack boon, you have everything else that's good enough, right? And I think the thing is, like, Poseidon has like the lowest attack modifier in the game. Not the worst person to put on your attack necessarily, but it's definitely not good. We'll go for more Afro here though. Ooh, nice. In the name of Hades. It's just very, very low. I think we can be greedier than that. Okay, so Sweet Surrender is okay. This might but just be selling fodder. I could roll just to see if we get like an epic attack boon, just one little rolly.
How about a different set of choices?
Now, we could go for this, and you skip out on Artemis, right? Which means no crits. But it's probably the right thing to do, to be truthful now. Just because we really need to start palming these bad boys. In fact, I think I skipped Dio for this. Dio could give us premium vintage. I don't have a lot of money. Yeah, we should probably take Dio. Strong Drink, premium vintage, or the Call Boon are all very good. All very strong. Strong Drink, good enough. Don't really want anything else. Oh, I missed a gold pot. Tally mistake for me. So now we're willing to sell the special. Come back. We didn't get a blank shot there. Try to line it up. Oh, one hit. You'll love to see it, right? So yeah, if we got more Chaos boons that gave us more attack or dash strike damage, it's just like tacking on more boons. You know, more attack boons, more attack damage. More. So that's kind of what you hope for a lot when you want to just get like big numbers and something like this. You don't get rid of Strong Drink, I don't think. Yeah, I probably would prefer to get rid of the special now. We'll say goodbye to Hydraulic Might. Getting a juicy Artemis attack now is just far from guaranteed. So what the heck do we want now? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. We want palms. Does that mean I should be doing Mom Palm? It's pretty rough. We have 3 palmable boons. I don't love Mom Palm. This is a keepsake. You probably hear me denounce it pretty often. It's probably one of the more fun keepsakes because it feels like you're building power a lot. But, and I've said this before, if it feels like you're comfortable enough to just wear this keepsake the entire time for a run, chances are you were going to win the run without it, you know? It's sort of a win more thing. Like if you don't feel like you need a defensive keepsake, then you probably didn't actually need Mom Pom. And I guess at that point, it's just like, what do you consider to be more fun in a run? That, and if that's how you have fun, then go ahead. I kind of look at it as it's not a very interactive keepsake, so I don't know if I love using it. Okay, kind of struggling. Oh-ho! Chonk, chonk. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we need palms really badly.
Moving on.
So you might be struggling to tell which one should you get. Which one should we get? I guess I should wait till I should wait to explain this until we actually see the palm, perhaps. I feel like I actually explained this with the Chaos Shield one too, didn't I? Maybe, maybe. Okay, so do you do the attack or the dash strike? It's just whichever number's higher in this instance. So this is 20%, the dash strike is only 10%. You just always do whichever number's higher here. Oh, that is tempting. We do need boons to sell. You could get pressure points, right? Sure. Artemis's aid is okay. It could actually enable Heartrend, but I don't know if that's really the right way to handle this. We will take Hydraulic Might because I don't want to really enable the duo boons between Poseidon and the others. Hydraulic Might works for us, you know what I mean? For some reason, it feels like I suddenly hear the chorus in the background going, oh, for the first time. Bonk. Oh-ho. The shared suffering lasts a surprising amount of time. For some reason, Artemis's trial is like crazy easy, by the way. Even if you step in these green circles, it seems like it's kind of doesn't matter. It's almost like the green circles try to escape you. Maybe it's meant more to punish people who are panicking. I'm not sure. PP? PP. Support fire with special spam works quite well here. Although there is like kind of a cooldown on it. Like you don't get a little arrow for every single time, but purple PP we don't turn down either way. Hydraulic. Did I just say hydraulic? Hydrolite. We probably got enough money I can take that. The others are skip. Ooh, Eurydice. Eurydice. We don't really want more Poseidon boons anyway. Now, what do we want here? Is it just palm time? Could be palm time. Yeah, it's probably the right thing to do. We have 5 palmable boons. We're just hoping that we hit dash strike in the attack. Namely here, you know. Palm porridge. Did not hit the attack. The most important one. The heck? Ugh. No duo boons for this. We're getting all the Aphrodite. Could still get Sweet Surrender. Oh, right. I forgot I had damage control on. I don't usually play with damage control on for these kinds of videos, but since it was free heat, it seemed to make sense, right? Oh, come on. Mom Pom hit the special. How could you do this to me? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go that way. I will sell the special if I get the opportunity. Like, it doesn't matter. We have Dio in the pool, so Dio special is okay. Oh-ho. I would have loved if Chaos's egg keepsake was like massively overhauled where it gave you a lot more chaos gates, but I don't know, maybe you kind of punish the player for it too. Like kind of a glass cannon-y style run. Hermes is free there, but I'm gonna try to do this Arab escape for the double palm. So this is an extra chamber. So if you're worried about tight deadline, you would not do this, but looking at our deadline, we're looking pretty solid. I might also just fail this, of course. Okay. Ow, the onion. Well, the nice thing is it was an extra chamber, right? So I get nothing, but the only thing I wasted was time, which it seems like we were okay with anyway. Oh, man. I tried. It was a rough chamber, though, huh? Dio, Hermes, or shop. We have... What boons would I sell? The special, different league. Probably sell hydraulic might again, maybe. We have lots of money. Hermes can't do a ton for us anymore. Dio could be helpful, but I kind of want to keep up with the theme here. I think if I was just trying to win the run, I wouldn't do this. Nice, we got a palm. Nice, it let us hit the attack. And we got another boon anyway. Empty Inside is like the worst boon ever, so we're just going to take Sweet Surrender. Classic onion run. All right. Blah, do, do, do. There is actually a slight glitch in this fight. Is it just this fight? I think it's just this fight where you can actually damage Lerny past the invincibility phase. It's incredibly difficult to do in the sense that you need so much damage that it's pretty much unreasonable to expect to have happen in a regular run. You need to... it has to do with the shared suffering damage. So you need to basically deal enough damage with just the shared suffering to Lerny's main head to kill them instantly, or to at least overlap the damage. So you would need to get these ad spawns like this that we have right here. And then you'd have to hit the ad, so tag them both. Oh, well, I killed the ad. I tried to demonstrate. It wouldn't matter since we're in the last phase, right? So it's just, yeah, it's just a ridiculous setup to have it happen.
Lovely chatting with you, Lerny dear.
But it is neat to know about. It is neat, right? I love those little tidbits, you know what I'm saying? Doo-doo. Boom. Goodbye. Should we sell the spesh? It fills a slot, but that doesn't really matter. I wonder if I should just sell both almost. Just remove how many palmable boons there are. Yeah, let's do it. That way Mom Palm will hit things that are more important to us. Hopefully not Sweet Surrender. Okay. Onward. Mom Palm really doesn't feel worth it unless you wear it for like at least 2 biomes. And obviously it feels best in sticks, but then that means you don't get the defensive keepsake for the dad fight. And usually by then you have so many boons that palming random ones isn't necessarily the best way to handle it. All right, let's hope that we get a cool hammer here. Twin shot, triple shot are basically the ones to get. Give us that big honking damage. But yeah, Rama very versatile. I think the attack nature of it is kind of hard to... is a bit difficult to get used to. That's why I recommend the special spam for those just trying to have a good time, I guess. I'm probably messing up with the damage control and everything from time to time. All right, please do the dance. The hammer dance, come on. Yeah! Got something. All right. Twin shot plus point blank shot. That's actually the best combination you can get.
Hit me.
I'm pretty sure. I would say it's the best combination. Triple shot is almost the same. I don't think you can hit enemies with all 3 shots in triple shot. Enemies from behind for 132% more damage. So that works. It certainly works. It's not the same. It's not quite the same in the sense that it's not passive, right? I can only roll this once. I think it would be greedy to roll it and expect something good out of it. So I guess we take it. But still, it's very good. Woo! Generally speaking, the slower your enemies are gonna be, the easier it'll be in the to get a backstab, and thus the better the backstab damage will wind up being. Ow, jeez. Hey. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hit hydraulic might. Not very good.
I'll take that.
Yarn. We have a ton of money. What are we yarning though? Aphrodite. There's like nothing left from her. We got Sweet Surrender. That's like the only thing. Yeah, I think we skip it. I don't really want the call. The rarity on the call wouldn't matter. It's always the same damage. It's just a matter how long the charm lasts. So yeah, I think it's a skippy. Still can't get Heartrend. Do 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 do. Dang, that killed that butterfly just straight up. It kind of looks that way. I didn't even think I hit it. All right, we certainly got a lot of money. Diddle doo diddle doo doo. Come here, bud. Interestingly, the faster enemies move via forced overtime or this benefits package buff, the faster they spawn too. They attack faster, they spawn faster, of course they move faster. I think forced overtime reads a little weird. I kind of don't remember what it says in the description now. Where I feel like it gives the impression that it simply makes enemies move faster. Like they move around the chambers faster, but they do attack quite a bit faster too. More palms. 10%. Yep. Yeah, we'll take Dio's call now. I think that enables a couple duos. More palms. More. Max health is a little low, but I think we'll be okay. What do you think? I know a lot of people love Arthur, but I feel like Rama is a similar thing to Arthur, but just feels... It just feels so much better to me. Something about it. Papa loves Rama way more than Arthur. Do 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 do. Come on, die. We could have rolled for...
My chaos bones.
Dio call got powered there. We'll take the dash strike damage now. So the yarn hit the Dionysus boon, right? I think we end up skipping the... mini boss, interestingly. Fun fact about the mini boss, there's actually a reduced chance of getting duo boons from mini bosses because of reasons I can never totally remember. It's quite small overall. Yes, you will get higher rarity boons from mini bosses, but there's something to do with that causes us to get less, that makes it slightly less likely to get duo boons in that particular instance. And it might be more complex than just me stating that, but yeah. Just something to know, maybe. Attack speed, unfortunately, does literally nothing here. I don't even think, even if you had explosive shot and you were trying to just spam the attack button, I don't think it would work. Man, that's too bad, huh? You could take it just to sell it. What could we get here that actually does something? Quick favor is just so little. Greater evasion, I guess, is kind of something. Do we just want more boons now? Not really. Poseidon. We already have Hydraulic Might. What are we selling? Sweet Surrender, Hydraulic Might, one of the Hermes boons, maybe. More palms. Give me some health back while we're at it, too. Okay, more Artemis is nice. Hunter's Mark, always strong. I had someone, I guess we'd say, try to convince me that the duo boom between Dionysus and Artemis that adds crit chance based on how much hangover you have is better than Hunter's Mark. And I mean, you're maybe not wrong. It's like maybe in a vacuum that is actually correct. The major difference I gotta remind people of is you're comparing a duo boon to just one boon. One's like much simpler boon, right? And yes, that does matter a lot. Oftentimes, if I don't go for a duo boon, it's not just because it's not very good. Damn! Let's go. It's also because it might be hard to get, you know? It might be hard to utilize. If this was a simulation, things might be different, right? Where we can have 100% uptime or this or that thing, but that's just not how things work, you know? Like the legendary for Dionysus, where when enemies are have both hangover applied and are in the festive fog, they take 60% more damage. Cool legendary, but it's just so hard to make use of, right? It's just so difficult. It's ridiculously hard. Yeah, let's go glass cannony. We don't need that. Those don't matter. All right, we're gonna leave on Mom Pom.
I can do this again.
It's just so hard to use some of those things. So while I'll take them when they appear and they're fun to have, I think for a run here and there, you know, I think that's sort of a problem with a lot of duo boons is that they're often just very particular. Duo boons and legendaries for that matter. More pommies. Artemis, we have pressure points. We have Hunter's Mark. Not much left we can get. We don't care about support fire. Swap the attack boon would be fun, right? Make it happen?
I'll pay for that.
Didn't happen. I guess we'll take a clean kill for those occasional PPs. Okay, here we go. Maybe I should have taken the palm first in hindsight. I think this comes down to... Hydraulic might go up. This comes down to, what do they call it? It's like anecdotal evidence versus data-driven evidence. And honestly, I don't have data on these things. I am also driven purely by anecdotal evidence, which is basically based on my experience. This is what I found. And it doesn't mean I'm always right. But we've played the game enough, and I've been in the community. More importantly, I'd say, I've been in the community enough, and I've heard what other great players have to say about this or that thing. And they do a lot of the work for me sometimes to determine where you go with certain aspects of the game. Like what is best to use, what is strongest, what's bad, etc., etc. It takes a village kind of thing, right? I will roll. Come on, swap that attack. We didn't get it. And these are terrible, too. Ugh. I think this is not palmable, so I'm going to take it. Is this the worst boon in the game? That might be the worst boon in the game. That must be the worst boon in the game.
Always a pleasure, Karen.
Damn. You can palm that boon? Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? I really didn't think that was a palmable boon.
Let's see what else.
All right. Only got 5% there from that. Oh, man. I really did not know that. That goes to show how often I take it, right? Do. I would be nothing without the community behind it. Namely, the speedrunning community as well as the modding community is, you know, just kind of... Because at any moment's notice, if I have a question about the game, I could go ask in one of a couple different Discord channels, and someone will answer me within the hour, probably. And even the most obscure question about the most obscure information, right?
Good enough to eat.
And I think this goes in real life, not to get into like real world examples of of these kinds of things, but that's the important thing a lot of times. It's not that you have all the information prepared in your head at all times. You know the answer to every question. You know, when you're in the professional world, it's that you know where to find the answer at the least. You know what I mean? There's only so much you can prepare for, but most importantly, you know where to find the answer, who to ask for the answer, and sometimes just how important the answer is, you know.
Victory.
Okay, well, we certainly got a lot of palms, that's for sure. They didn't really hit the right places, unfortunately. Some people might be tempted to do a bunch more chambers just to get more mom-pom buffs, and by all means, go for it, but that ain't me, baby. That ain't me, baby. Well, this is a big, chunky attack build. It worked out. I'd say it worked out. We didn't really get the honk and crits as much, but that's actually okay. It just looks better. I don't know if it is actually strictly better. It's very close between... I forgot the logic cast. Between who's better between Aphrodite and Artemis on your attack boon for something like this. Usually Artemis pulls ahead just because of those tier 2 boons. Namely Hunter's Mark. Ow. He had to go get his spear, interestingly, after that attack, even though he had already done like a spear spin. Ah, the butterflies will interrupt you here while you're trying to charge. Messed up that power shot. What can you do, though? Ho! All right. Did I get you? I did not. This will also interrupt you? Damn. Oh! Oh! Go ahead, buddy. Oh, that backstab damage. Yeah, this is one where if you are just patient and you wait for the right moves from Daddy-O, like you just don't do anything, you just run away. Like right now is a good time to strike right after he does a double spin because he has a longer time, and then you can wait for something like that when he spawns the pots. So just kind of line of sight him. I do see people asking for tips on this particular fight, and I don't know if I have great general tips for the fight, but yeah, you can line of sight and just wait for the right attack pattern, and that's going to be like this double spin. And then you line of sight during this. Watch out for the pots. And then you kind of just wait after that because everything else has a very short cooldown in terms of the attacks. Attacking the green pots will prevent some healing, but it is difficult to do, honestly. Yeah, and then you strike. Cobra! Ow. Got potted. Shazam! Rama at its best, baby. Rama at its best. And this is just kind of one run that we would do to exemplify just how strong this freaking aspect is, you know what I mean? Because you do have diversity where you can just spam the special button and have, I don't know if I'd say an easier time, but a simpler time perhaps, where you don't have to worry about charging up the right attack. And you also have to, also for those builds, you don't have to worry about getting decent chaos boons, right? This is kind of, this can be more fun just in the sense that you can get like big numbers on the screen kind of thing, right? But yeah, that was basically the build. With or without Hunter's Mark. Strong Drink was giving us 12% here. Clean kill is not as good as it sounds. Like, it went from 300% to 322% on the critical damage. So that's just not a lot more. So it's a pretty weak boon by most standards. There you go. That was the build. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you got any questions about the game, about Rama in particular, please let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.